30 states are following Idaho's controversial bill.
And an anti-hate rally was held in Pullman to find out what happened here on Murrow News 8.
Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Bonnie Fair.
And I'm Pamela Alarcon. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Today is the NCAA Championship between the Gonzaga Bulldogs and the Baylor Bears. We've got our live reporter, Alan Lester, at the Coug to talk about the highly anticipated event. How's it going out there, Alan?
All right. Thanks, Vonne. I'm sitting out here outside the Coug, one of the local sports bars here at WSU in anticipation of the national championship game between Gonzaga and Baylor. If Gonzaga ends up winning today, they'll be the first NCAA team since 1979 to win an undefeated season with a national championship. So let's see how some people are reacting to the matchup tonight. Sir, who are you rooting for in tonight's matchup?
I'll be rooting for Gonzaga tonight, absolutely.
Nice. And how do you feel about a Washington team not named the Cougs being in the national championship?
I mean, man, that's fine with me. You know, I got boys that go to Gonzaga. Gonzaga's the dogs. You know, Gonzaga's going to be winning by gazillions tonight, so it's going to be fine.
All right. Seems like with answers like those, we got some high anticipation for tonight's game, which you can catch tonight on CBS at 6:20 p.m. Back to you guys at the desk.
Earlier today, Minneapolis Police Chief Murrow Arredondo rejected Derek Chauvin's actions and use of force during the arrest of George Floyd. According to CNN, after Floyd's death last year, Arredondo fired Chauvin and 3 other officers involved in Floyd's death, which he said was murder.
But once there was no longer any resistance, and clearly when Mr. Floyd was no longer responsive and even motionless, to continue to apply that level of force to a person proned out, handcuffed behind their back, that in no way, shape, or form is anything that is by policy, is not part of our training, and it is certainly not part of our ethics or our values.
Earlier today, the Henry County Medical Center doctor who treated Floyd and declared him dead also testified that he believed that Floyd likely died from asphyxiation. Saturday afternoon, the rally in support of the AAPI community gathered in downtown Pullman. Our reporter Natalie Newcomb has more.
Asian hate! Stop Asian hate!
These are the chants that echo through the streets of Pullman Saturday afternoon. Over 250 people gathered in Rainey Park in solidarity with the AAPI community that has been facing an uptick in hate crime since the beginning of the pandemic. Co-organizer of the event, DMA Ling, demanded for the hate to stop.
Racism is the sickness of our society. The hate crime, the mass shooting are the symptom of the sickness. If we all know this country is sick, let's heal it.
The event put large emphasis on the mass shootings in Atlanta by having a moment of silence and saying the names of the 8 victims.
All Americans, please stop the hate. Call the murder on March 16 a hate crime.
No justice, no peace.
I'm Natalie Newcomb for Murrow News 8.
According to the Washington State, California, and Brazil health departments, more contagious and aggressive coronavirus variants are increasing in Washington. The majority of the infections can be attributed to behaviors associated with exposure to the virus.
There has been 45 new cases of coronavirus in Whitman County over the weekend. Active coronavirus cases at WSU dropped from 87 from Friday's high of 106. And 41% of the new cases are WSU students. The county is still at the coronavirus active level high range. Local officials expect Governor Jay Inslee to impose further restrictions on the county soon.
60-year-old Clarkston woman Carrie Romaneschi, accused of running narcotics through Whitman County with her son, is now wanted on an arrest warrant. She failed to appear at her court hearing on Friday. During a traffic stop in January along the Snake River, Whitman County Sheriff deputies allegedly found heroin, methamphetamine, and pharmaceutical-grade narcotics inside the vehicle.
Rapper DMX was put on support After suffering a heart attack Friday evening, many reporters suggested that the rapper overdosed on drugs, but his lawyer did not confirm that this is the case. To this point, his lawyer has not said what caused the heart attack. The 50-year-old has been open about numerous times about his battle with drug addiction. In 2019, he checked himself into a substance abuse rehabilitation center.
According to Northwest Public Broadcasting, an Idaho bill that bans transgender girls and women from participating in girls and women's sports has quickly spread to 30 state houses across the country. States across the U.S. have picked up on this version of the bill this past year. U.S. District Court Judge David Nye issued an injunction last summer putting the Idaho law on hold while a lawsuit over the constitutionality of the law plays out. Spring is here, but the snow may not go away.
And a Supreme Court justice is not happy with social media. That on Murrow News 8 when we come back.
The ASWCU Election Board certified the results of the 2021-2022 election on April 2nd, announcing 8.5% of undergraduate students voted in this year's election, a voter turnout of over 4% less than the previous year. As part of the certification, Brian Patrick will serve as ASWCU president, and Referendum 50, a student fee initiative funding the WSU Food Pantry, passed with nearly 900 votes. The $5 fee will ensure the food pantry is staffed and fully stocked. Another certification is that special elections will be held in fall 2021.
Well, spring is here. We may still be getting some freezing sunshine. Isaac, can you explain?
Yeah, thank you. We'll get to that in the 5-day forecast, but taking a look at today's, as you can see here, we have a 52-degree day. Now, it's been an interesting one. It's been a little partly cloudy to begin the day, but there was a few peaks of sun throughout the day, but starting at about 6 p.m. tonight, we should see the sun break through, and at 7:24 down there at the bottom of my screen there's going to be a nice sunset. So be sure you get out there and try to take a look at that sunset if you can. And taking a look at tomorrow's weather, you can see it's going to be a nice one. It's going to be 59 degrees, no clouds in sight. It's going to be a perfect day to get out there, get your legs moving, take a walk if you can, or remain socially distanced if you're able to. And we're going to have another lovely 7:25 sunset, so be sure you get out and take a look at that tomorrow. And speaking of good weather, let's take a look at our state map here. Looking at the west side, you got Olympia and Seattle, both chilling in the high 50s. Really lovely weather, actually. There's going to be no clouds in sight today. They're hanging out in the high 50s. And taking a look at the central part of our map here, Yakima, Tri-Cities, they're actually having a great time. 60-degree weather down there, so it's a lovely time for them in Washington. Taking a look at the east side, you see Pullman here and Pullman and Spokane. Having some pretty nice weather, 59 to 52-degree days, so not too bad, but there's also some nice sun to go along with it. And taking a look at our 5-day forecast, you see on Tuesday and Wednesday, have some nice weather. See, we got the high 50s going. It's going to be mostly sunny through those 2 days. And then going back to what they were talking about, there's that cold day there on Thursday. Now, there's only about a 30% chance of snow, but Thursday is that time that you want to be looking out and keep an eye on just to be on the safe side just in case that snow does come back. And then heading into our weekend, you can see it's going to be lovely on Friday. We're going to have a nice 56-degree day, perfect sun to head into the weekend. And Saturday, 51, mostly clear skies. So be sure that you get out this weekend and enjoy that really nice weather. That's all here at the Weather Wall. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Isaac. Another WSU sports team has made it into the NCAA championship tournament.
And a Seahawks favorite isn't the only champ in his family. There's a lot more going on sports. That on Murrow News 8 when we come back.
Hi, I'm Natalie Newcomb with your sports. Washington State University's volleyball team made it to the NCAA tournament. This will be the 5th time they make it. The Cougars are listed as number 15 in the overall rankings. The first round of the tournament is on April 14th. WSU baseball beat Stanford 10-9 Saturday. Stanford is listed as number 24 in overall rankings. WSU took the win in the 10th inning with a bases-loaded walk-off hit by pitch. WSU's next game is at Utah Valley on Wednesday. WSU's rowing team once again won the Folly Cup in a win over Gonzaga. This is the 4th straight Folly Cup the Cougars have brought home. They have won 26 of the 29 of the Cup since its inception in 1991. NCAA champion Anna Wilson's brother Russell Wilson congratulated her by tweeting, "I see you, sis." Anna helped Stanford beat the Arizona Wildcats 54-53. Stanford took home the trophy for the first time since 1992. And the Texan Rangers had their opening game today, but unlike the rest of the league, they opened their stadium to 100% capacity. Now take a look at this video of a full stadium, making it the first 100% capacity event in a major stadium since the beginning of the pandemic. Every day is a national holiday, so what could today be?
Here's a hint at what you want to change about your dinner plans. We'll be right back.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
WSU will host their Spring 2021 Family Weekend, which used to be Mom's Weekend. The event will take place April 9th through the 11th. Most of the events will be held virtually, but students and their families will still have multiple opportunities to interact with other Cougs and have a great time.
Today is National Deep Dish Pizza Day. This is the day where we celebrate pizza and the lovely thick crust that comes with deep dish. Bonnet, what's your favorite topping?
I am a pepperoni gal. What about you?
I would have to agree. I'm not the biggest fan of deep dish, but if I had to pick, that would be it.
I definitely think I like thin crust. Thanks for watching and have a good night.